The Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf, worth $2 million and run over 1 3/8 miles at Del Mar, is the ultimate stage for the world's female turf distance specialists. The demanding 2,200-meter trip favors those already proven at 10 furlongs or beyond, making stamina a crucial measuring stick. With Europe's elite classic winners taking on America's battle-tested turf queens, the countdown begins. Who will rise as the true queen of the turf? At number 15, we are introduced to Stellify, a 4-year-old Kentucky-bred mare whose rise through the turf ranks in 2025 has been nothing short of astonishing. Sired by Triple Crown winner Justify, an out-of-savvy star, Stellify possesses the pedigree of a horse destined to thrive at classic distances. And she has proven that potential with eye-catching victories across graded company. Her early season performances suggested raw ability but not refinement, finishing 3rd and 2nd in her maiden starts. However, when stretched out to longer distances, Stellify unlocked a new level of power and consistency, launching into a 4-race winning streak that culminated in the Kentucky Downs Ladies Marathon. That victory, clocked in 2 seconds, 84 seconds over 1 5/16 miles on turf, showcased her stamina and determination against high-class rivals. With career statistics of 6 starts, 4 wins, 1 second and 1 third, and earnings surpassing $1.44 million, she has quickly become one of the most lucrative late developing turf mares in training. Notably, her 147 speed figure at Churchill Downs in June marked her as a mare with elite staying power, well above average for the division. What sets Stellify apart is her ability to improve with distance, excelling from 1 1/8 miles up to 1 1/2 miles, a range perfectly suited to the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. Her tactical style allows her to sit just off the pace before unleashing a relentless drive in the stretch, a strategy that thrives against international competition. Sliding into the 14th spot is Cervi, a 4-year-old European mare whose campaign has been defined by consistency, durability, and competitive grit. Bred from a solid cross by Churchill out of the Le Havre mare Sotteville, she brings a proven European turf foundation to the Breeders' Cup stage. Her career line of 13 starts, 3 wins, 3 seconds, and 3 thirds may not immediately scream dominance, but a closer look reveals remarkable staying power and the ability to perform across various tracks and conditions. Cervi's highlight came with a victory in the 2024 Prix de Mare, which established her credentials as a genuine group-level performer. Since then, she has been campaigned exclusively in high-level company, tackling listed G2 and G3 races across France and Ireland, including at St. Cloud, Paris-Longchamp, Deauville, and the Curragh. While she has yet to capture a coveted G1, her Racing Post rating of 115 reflects true international class and places her within striking distance of the division's elite. Importantly, Cervi's 69% career placing rate shows she rarely runs a poor race, often hitting the board even when facing superior opposition. Trained by Nicolas Clement and Frauke Flo Hermans, and representing prominent owners Gerard Augustin Norman and China Horse Club International, Cervi brings with her a campaign that is steeped in international credibility. Coming in at number 13, we have the Irish-trained filly Atsilla, a 3-year-old who has been forged in the fires of European classic competition. Trained by Donica O'Brien, Atsilla is by Phoenix of Spain, a sire known for imparting speed and toughness, and she has used those traits to compete at the highest level throughout the 2025 season. Her overall record of 7 starts, 2 wins, and 1 third may appear modest, but it conceals a campaign spent almost entirely against the best fillies in Europe. The key breakthrough came in May, when she captured the Athasi Stakes at the Curragh, defeating Cercine in a performance that stamped her as a stakes-caliber filly. What followed was an audacious campaign against Europe's best milers, a 7th in the Irish 1000 Guineas, 6th in the Falmouth G1, 8th in the Prix Rothschild, and finally, a career-best 3rd in the Matron Stakes G1 at Leopardstown, finishing behind the brilliant Fallen Angel and Exactly. That Leopardstown run showed her potential to be competitive at the top level, recording an RPR of 111, which positions her only a few lengths shy of the very best fillies on the continent. While she has yet to secure a G1, Atsilla's connections clearly believe in her class, given her repeated entries in elite races. The tactical advantage she carries into the Breeders' Cup is her weight for age allowance, a crucial edge when facing older, more seasoned mares. At number 12, we spotlight the Irish filly We Might Take Long Way, whose steady rise through the ranks embodies her aptly chosen name. Trained by Joseph Patrick O'Brien, one of the most astute international conditioners, this daughter of Australia has blossomed into a serious contender for the 2025 Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. With 8 career starts yielding 2 wins, 1 second, and 2 thirds. She has carved out over $166,000 in earnings while consistently facing classic-level opposition. Her runner-up finish in the Irish Oaks stands as her most significant performance, where she pushed the brilliant Minnie Hauk all the way to the wire over 1.5 miles, proving her ability to thrive at championship distances. Earlier in the season, she captured the Salsabil Stakes G3 at Navan, where her strong late kick carried her past rivals in impressive fashion. She is also placed respectably in multiple G1s, including the Epsom Oaks, the Pretty Polly, and the Prix de l'Opéra 4th, displaying the kind of consistency that makes her a genuine threat when shipped abroad. Her versatility across 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 miles mirrors the demands of the Breeders' Cup, while her tactical running style allows her to adapt to varying paces. What truly elevates her profile is Joseph O'Brien's proven Breeders' Cup record, including victories with Iridessa and State of Rest, confirming he knows how to prepare a European raider for North American turf. At number 11, we find the ever-consistent Seed of Fire, a 4-year-old chestnut filly trained by Andrew Balding, whose form line has her hovering just beneath the very top tier of turf mares. With a pedigree rooted in excellence by See the Stars out of Arabian Queen, she possesses stamina, durability, and the kind of grinding consistency that makes her a reliable presence in Group 1 competition. Across 16 career starts, she has recorded 3 wins, 3 seconds, and 4 thirds, banking over $1,117,000. Breaking into the top 10, we arrive at Diamond Rain, a beautifully bred 4-year-old bay filly representing Godolphin and the masterful training of Charlie Appleby. By Shamardal and Out of Dancing Rain, herself an Epsom Oaks winner, Diamond Rain carries a pedigree steeped in classic stamina and turf excellence. Her record of 7 starts with 4 wins translates to a 57% strike rate, a figure that places her among the most efficient winners in this field. Despite her relative lack of experience compared to some rivals, she has already proven her ability to ship and perform on North American soil. Her most recent performance, a runner-up finish in the E.P. Taylor Stakes at Woodbine in August 2025, showcased her adaptability and toughness against seasoned mares, beaten only by the brilliant She Feels Pretty. Earlier in the season, she captured the Hoppings Fillies, Stakes on Synthetic at Newcastle, and the Hedge of Oak Stakes, listed at Haydock, displaying versatility across surfaces and distances ranging from 1 1/4 to 1 5/16 miles. While she faltered in the 2024 Ribblesdale Stakes at Ascot, finishing 12th, her steady improvement since then highlights her upward trajectory and strengthening form, sitting just outside the very top echelon due to her stablemate Cinderella's Dream occupying the spotlight. Diamond Rain is nonetheless a major player and a filly who could turn the tables if she peaks at Del Mar on the world stage of the 2025 Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. At number 9, we spotlight the ever-tough Be Your Best, a 5-year-old mare trained in North America by Safi A. Joseph Jr., who has built a career defined by durability, grit, and steady improvement. By the European sprint champion Muharrar, Be Your Best brings an intriguing mix of speed and stamina to the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf, a race where adaptability is often the deciding factor. With 22 lifetime starts, she has compiled an impressive resume of 6 victories, 3 runner-up finishes, and 4 thirds, amassing over $1.19 million in career earnings. Her crowning achievement came in the 2025 Gamely Stakes at Santa Anita, where she unleashed a devastating performance to win by 2 3/4 lengths, clocking the fastest Gamely time since the legendary Lady Eli in 2017. That breakthrough not only established her as a true Grade 1 mare, but also highlighted her perfect fit for firm, fast American turf courses, a condition she thrives on, unlike many European challengers who prefer softer ground. Earlier victories in the Pegasus Filly and Mare Turf, the Swanee River, and the Long Island Stakes showcase her class across varying distances, while her long campaign underscores a resilience rarely seen at the top level. Sliding into the number 8 position is the ultra-consistent Gimme Another, a South African-bred sensation who is seamlessly transitioned to the North American stage under the watchful eye of turf maestro Graham Motion. Sired by Gimme the Green Light, one of South Africa's premier stallions, and out of the G1 winning mare, Nother Russia, her pedigree carries a powerful blend of international stamina and regional brilliance. Her record speaks volumes: 12 starts, 8 wins, translating to a staggering 66.7% win rate, a level of consistency rarely matched in modern turf racing. After dominating in her homeland, she announced herself in the US with a commanding victory in the 2025 John C. Mabee Stakes at Del Mar, showcasing both her adaptability and turn of foot against elite American competition. That success was not an isolated flash. Gimme Another has repeatedly proven herself at the graded stakes level, including runner-up finishes in the Canadian Stakes, the Modesty G3, and the Hillsborough G2, where she ran gallant races against some of the division's best like She Feels Pretty and Saffron Moon. Her only real blemish was a flat effort in the New York Stakes G1 at Saratoga, where she finished 7th, but that performance can be forgiven considering the demanding 1 3/16 mile trip and shifting conditions. What makes her so compelling heading into the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf is her proven ability to travel, her high strike rate, and her trainer's history of success with turf imports. Graham Motion has orchestrated several Breeders' Cup wins, and his careful handling ensures Gimme Another will arrive fresh and fit. At number 7, we have the elegant and dangerous closer, Bellezza, a 4-year-old Irish-bred mare who burst into the spotlight with a defining Grade 1 victory in 2025. Trained with precision and purpose, Bellezza boasts a royal pedigree, being by a mare from the Galileo line, with her Damn Terrific, a full sister to Group 1 winner, together. That kind of classical lineage screams stamina and quality, making her perfectly suited for the long and testing 1 3/8 mile Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf distance. From 11 starts, she has earned $574,000 with 4 wins, 3 seconds, and 2/3, steadily climbing the ranks in both Europe and North America. Her standout performance came in the 2025 Flower Bowl Stakes at Saratoga, where she produced a devastating last-to-first rally, circling the field and drawing away by 2 lengths over the exact same trip as the Breeders' Cup. This victory was not only decisive but also symbolic, as it established Bellezza as one of the few contenders proven at the full championship distance in top-level company this season. Prior wins in the Sheep's Head Bay, the Diamond Stakes, and the Maiden Fillies laid the foundation, but her Flower Bowl heroics catapulted her into the upper echelon of the division. At number 6, we introduce the rising European star Circene, a 3-year-old filly whose courage and class have already earned her a place among the elite contenders for the 2025 Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. Trained by Joseph Murphy and sired by Australia, a Derby champion renowned for producing classic distance runners, Circene carries a pedigree steeped in stamina and resilience. Her race record may read modestly at first glance, 9 starts with 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 3/3, but the quality of her performances is what elevates her standing. With $614,000 in earnings and a 77.7% placing rate, she has consistently held her own against some of Europe's best fillies. The defining highlight came at Royal Ascot, where Circene stunned the racing world by capturing the 2025 Coronation Stakes at massive odds of 33-1, defeating the heavy favorite Zaragana in a performance that showcased not only her raw ability, but also her indomitable will to win. While that victory came over a mile, her bloodline strongly suggests that stretching out to the 1 3/8 miles of the Breeders' Cup is well within her capabilities. Trainer Murphy has spoken openly about her huge heart, and her official RPR of 114 underscores her class among international peers. At number 5, we find the pride of American turf racing's sophomore class, Fionn, the brilliant 3-year-old filly trained by Brad Cox, whose meteoric rise has made her the leading US-based contender for the Filly and Mare Turf. By twirling candy out of Gaelic gold, Fionn's pedigree offers the perfect blend of middle-distance speed and sustained stamina. Her record is as sparkling as it gets: 8 starts with 6 wins, a second, and a third, totaling $1.77 million in earnings. Each step of her career has showcased progression, from her maiden win at Fairgrounds to multiple graded triumphs against the nation's best fillies. The breakthrough came in the 2025 Belmont Oaks at Saratoga, where she defeated the highly regarded Nitrogen with a dazzling final surge over 1 1/8 miles on firm turf, earning a strong speed figure of 118. That victory cemented her status as America's top sophomore turf filly, She followed it up with dominant scores in the Regret G3 at Churchill Downs and the Dueling Grounds. Oaks at Kentucky Downs, where she posted a career-best 122 figure, underlining her progression into the fall season. Even her lone defeats have been respectable, such as her third in the Appalachian Stakes G2 against older rivals, where she ran with courage on ground less than ideal. Brad Cox, already a proven Breeders' Cup trainer, has campaigned her with precision to peak at the right time. At number 4, the spotlight falls on the seasoned globetrotter Cinderella's Dream, a 4-year-old bay filly trained by Charlie Appleby for the world-famous Godolphin operation. By Shamar Dal, out of Espadrille, her bloodlines are a tapestry of durability, class, and top-level turf ability. Few horses bring the kind of international resume that Cinderella's Dream carries into the 2025 Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. With 14 career starts, she has notched 8 wins, 3 seconds, and 1/3, accumulating over $1.54 million in purse money. What makes her particularly dangerous is her proven record not only in Europe and Dubai, but also on American soil. In 2024, she ran a heroic second in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf, showing both adaptability to U.S. conditions and the grit to compete against the world's best. Since then, she has only strengthened her profile, capturing the 2025 Tattersall's Falmouth Stakes at Newmarket with a commanding performance, while adding the Dahlia Stakes G2 and prior victories in the Belmont Oaks and Saratoga Oaks to her glittering resume. Her ability to travel, handle different surfaces, and perform at the highest level marks her as one of the most battle-tested mares in this year's lineup. Appleby is a master at preparing horses for international championships, and Godolphin's global resources ensure she will arrive at Del Mar in peak condition. At number 3, we turn to the queen of American turf racing, She Feels Pretty, a 4-year-old powerhouse trained by Cherie DeVoe, who has established herself as the undisputed leader of the older mare division in North America. By Caraconte, she carries the bloodlines of stamina and versatility, traits she has displayed consistently across multiple seasons of elite racing. Her career record is a testament to dominance: 12 starts, 8 wins, 2 seconds, and 2/3, earning her over $2.21 million and placing her firmly among the most accomplished turf mares in training. A 4-time Grade 1 winner, she first burst onto the scene as a juvenile by capturing the Natalma Stakes, before showcasing her brilliance at 3 with victories in the Queen Elizabeth, 2 Challenge Cup, and the American Oaks. In 2025, she has only elevated her reputation further, conquering the New York Stakes and the EP Taylor Stakes, 2 of the most significant preps for the Breeders' Cup. What makes She Feels Pretty particularly dangerous is her proven adaptability. She has won at distances ranging from a mile to 10 furlongs, all while delivering her very best on firm American turf, conditions nearly guaranteed at Del Mar. Unlike many European invaders who thrive on soft going, she relishes fast ground, giving her a critical home field advantage. Her trainer praises her as a mare who always shows up, and her performances back up that claim. Whether stalking the pace or unleashing a late turn of foot, She Feels Pretty has multiple tactical weapons at her disposal. With a record unmatched in North America, sustained Grade 1 excellence, and the confidence of her connections, she stands as the premier older mare capable of repelling the younger European challengers. Holding down the number 2 position is Gezora, a 3-year-old French sensation who represents the highest echelon of European classic talent. Trained by Francis Henry Griffard, Gezora is by Almanzor, one of the continent's premier influences for stamina, and out of Guermantes, a remarkable broodmare who foaled Gezora at the age of 19. Her story is one of breeding perseverance and racing excellence. On the track, Gezora has compiled a record of 9 starts, 4 wins, 2 seconds and 1/3, banking over $721,000 and stamping herself as France's leading 3-year-old filly. Her crowning achievement came in the 2025 Prix de Dion Longines French Oaks, where she displayed both tactical speed and unrelenting staying power to outclass rivals over 1¼ miles. That performance confirmed her as a true international threat and positioned her as a natural fit for the 1 3/8 mile Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. With an official RPR of 118, she ranks statistically among the very best globally, underscoring her ability to compete on equal terms with champions from the US and Ireland. Beyond numbers, her racing style, settling comfortably before unleashing a decisive stretch run, matches perfectly with the demands of Del Mar's turf. Another key advantage lies in the weight allowance for 3-year-olds, a historic edge that has helped many sophomores topple older mares in past Breeders' Cups. Graffard has carefully plotted her campaign, keeping her fresh and confident for the championship test. At the very top of the rankings, in the number 1 slot, stands the filly who has swept all before her in 2025, Minnie Hauk, trained by the legendary Aidan P. O'Brien and bred to be nothing less than extraordinary. By Frankel, the world's most dominant sire, Minnie Hauk was recognized as a jewel of her generation before she ever stepped onto a racetrack, commanding a record €1.85 million as the highest-priced yearling at the 2023 Goffs Orby sale. She has more than justified that investment, compiling an extraordinary record of 7 starts, 5 wins, and 2 seconds, amassing nearly $2 million while conquering the most prestigious European classics. In 2025 alone, Minnie Hauk completed a breathtaking treble, the Epsom Oaks, the Irish Oaks, and the Yorkshire Oaks, all over the classic distance of 1.5 miles. This rare feat places her in the pantheon of modern greats, proving not only her stamina, but also her dominance against the best fillies in training. Her peak RPR of 124 is the highest rating achieved by any runner in this year's Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf field, providing a quantitative edge that underscores her qualitative superiority. While the championship distance of 1 3/8 miles is slightly shorter than her usual trip, her relentless galloping style ensures it will pose no obstacle. O'Brien has mastered the art of preparing European stars for the Breeders' Cup, and Minnie Hauk arrives with the aura of inevitability that only true champions possess. Supremely bred, supremely proven, and statistically untouchable, Minnie Hauk is the clear favorite and the horse every rival must fear. The 2025 Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf is her race to lose. The 2025 Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf shapes up as a true generational showdown, with the dominant European 3-year-olds holding a clear statistical edge over the older North American mares. Minnie Hauk, with her Triple Crown of Oaks victories and RPR 124, looms as the horse to beat, while Gezora and She Feels Pretty stand ready to mount a bold challenge. Pedigree, stamina, and the crucial weight allowance all point toward the sophomores. But proven American stars like Fionn and Cinderella's Dream add intrigue to the battle. This clash of stamina and class promises to be one of the highlights of the Breeders' Cup. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth racing previews and updates. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the latest contenders and championship insights.